Hey guys, just getting everything set up, making sure that you can hear me, making sure that you can see me, making sure that I can see me on YouTube, that is, and hear me. Okay. Make sure that you can see me. Make sure that. Yep, you sure can. So that's good. Just wait for some people to show up, and then we can get started. I have a lot to show before we get to crafting today. I got a sewing machine, and I've been sewing a lot of things. Nothing crazy, just like paper stuff. I'm definitely not going to be sewing anything crazy, that's for sure. My desk is a mess, as it usually is. And I've got things on the floor next to the desk that I'll be using as well. I just don't have enough room. This desk is meant for a child. Hi Clint, how are you doing today? Like, I've seriously had this desk since I was a child. It's probably 20, 25 years old. I don't have the chair anymore, just the desk. But it's lightweight, it's easy to move, and I mean, it works for what I do. Hi Linda, how are you? I'm doing well. I have a lot of things to show and tell before we get started on the crafting today. Not today, Clint. I'm just doing this by myself. We can plan something some other time. But today, just me. I have a lot of stuff I want to get done. It is a beautiful day, Linda. It is so nice outside. I almost didn't want to stream, but I don't really have anything to actually do outside except just be outside. So there was no point. It's actually kind of warm in my room. I have the window open, trying to get a little breeze in here because I don't want to turn my fan on because it will blow everything on my desk. And we don't need that happening. Yeah, just being outside is a good thing. I was out there for a little bit throughout the day. I was in my garage dyeing some more paper because the paper I dyed before was only copy paper, but this time I wanted notebook paper, so I spray dyed some notebook paper. I don't know if you can really see it, but it's that neon dye. But since it's sprayed now, it's very faint. Yeah, it doesn't really show up well on the camera. But there's blue, green, and pink splotches on these pages. Here, maybe try this one. This one's a little darker. This one has purple and blue on it. Hi, Teresa. How are you doing today? Yeah, you still really can't see it that well on the camera, but I promise this paper is dyed. And I have some coffee dyed notebook paper that I did as well. That will probably show up better on camera. So we'll see. Yeah, that actually, you can actually see that. So I wanted some dyed notebook paper. And I was kind of wondering if the blue lines were going to bleed. And they didn't. So that's good. So I wanted to show a couple things that I've done with my sewing machine lately. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen some of this stuff already, but I'm going to show it here now. I made this really simple book page pocket. All it is 4 book pages. There's 2 glued together for this part, the front part of the pocket, Then there's two glued together for the back part of the pocket. And I just sewed around the pocket part and the top part. And this is what I'm using to hold my cards in. My Franken deck of cards. So I got 2 cards so far. These are from Julie. Paper Life. I can't remember her channel name, but she sent me these, the Hello Kitty card and a SpongeBob card, and I love SpongeBob, so that was really cool. Hi Mina, how are you today? Linda, I have a nice big garage that I don't use really for anything, so I just opened up my garage door and I set newspaper down, and I just put the paper on the newspaper, and then I either spray them, or if I'm coffee dyeing, I will take them out of the bin that I coffee dyed them in and just let them dry on the newspapers. And I guess them just being outside in the garage, they get enough sunlight to dry. Sometimes the wind blows too much and it does blow them around a little bit, but they still end up drying. Like that's how these little dark rings got on my coffee dye paper, because when I went outside to check on them, the newspaper that they were on like kind of folded them up when they were still wet, so the coffee trickled down to like the center of it, and then it made these dark rings, so it was kind of cool. Oh yeah, clothesline, that would work too. I have a clothesline. I just don't have the actual line. Like I have the pole for it, and then it attaches to my other garage, but I don't actually have the line to dry them from. So that was one of the things that I used my sewing machine for. And I definitely want to make some more of these just because they're so easy to make and they look cool. This one I haven't decorated yet, so I'm going to have to do that eventually. And another thing that I made, I took just a piece of fabric. It was like a rectangle shape, and I sewed it into this little pouch. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but I thought that it was pretty cool. And I have a lot of these fabric scraps that I could turn into little things like this. And what else? Oh yeah. So this is an envelope folio. These are obviously handmade envelopes out of book pages. And I just glued them together and turned it into a little envelope folio. And all you have to do is, when you have an envelope, so say I wanted to glue another envelope on here, I would just add glue to the flap of the envelope and then attach this, and then that would be it. It would just go like this. But I just put 3 on there for now. And these are some other things that I use the sewing machine for. These are actually scraps from when I was making the paper bag journals last week. Yeah, I like the sewing machine look too. And I couldn't wait to actually play with it. So these are just little notebooks from the scraps of construction paper. And I just tucked them in here so you could see that these are actually envelopes. And I was playing with cutting them to make them look like an actual envelope. So I did that, and then I did it this way. But then this one I just left blank, or I didn't cut it. And this is something I wanted to share too. It is a little journal that I swapped with Renee, and I think her channel is called My Creative Life with Renee S. And it's just this little grungy mini journal thing, and I love it. It's so cute, and I want to make one myself. And when I say one, I mean like I want to make 20. But she just used like a paper bag that she painted or jelly printed or something with a sticker on it and a couple little embellishments. And there's a pocket on the front and a pocket on the back. And there's a little train pass ticket in it. And just some cute little pages with a butterfly tab right there, some coffee dyed paper, a little cluster stapled to this paper, and that's a purple, maybe even a pink staple. That's really cool. And this whole thing, it's so grungy, and I love it. And this middle part is like a flower piece of like a piece of cardboard, like a die cut, and she put it in the center as part of the signature, and I thought that was pretty cool. This is a piece of wrapping paper, and this paper clip has little bits that can come out, and some music paper, and then just a little tag in this back pocket. And it's so simple, and it's adorable. I want to make one too. So one of these days, I will. So I like that a lot. I stuck it in my envelope because I wanted to show it. Gonna cook dinner. What are you making, Linda? And also, with my sewing machine and some more construction paper scraps, I just made this little scrappy notepad type thing. And I made a few more. These are just little scrappy, I don't even know, notepad cluster thingies. But those would make cool little ephemera in a journal. And you just gotta stitch them up top, that's all. There's like 4 or 5 pages in each of them. This one's a little bit wonky. I made it all different sizes. Like they're placed in all different ways. So some of them overlap over here, some of them overlap over here. I just like how they turned out. Ooh, barbecue chicken? That sounds good. Especially barbecue chicken sandwich. Yeah. It's a good day for barbecue, that's for sure. And then this was the last one I made. I made this one with a straight stitch, and I made this one with a zigzag stitch. So I'm actually even learning how to use my machine to make different stitches. Even though this machine only has a zigzag stitch and a straight stitch, that's okay. That is enough for me. Honestly, even if I had a machine that had all the fancy other types of stitches, these are probably the only 2 I would use. I love the zigzag stitch. It looks so cool. And then this is another thing I made today. It's just a prototype. Anything I make out of book pages is usually a prototype, except for this envelope. That envelope I made is staying a book page, and I like it the way that it is. But this is a journal that Lyric Lover Crafts posted today. She made hers out of 2 12x12 pieces of paper, but with the sizes of the actual pages, I was able to make it with book pages. So that's what I did. I took 4, no, maybe 5. I took 5 pieces of book paper, and the first 4 were made for the pages. So here's the pages. It's just a simple no-sew journal. And I know it's kind of hard to tell the pages apart because it is just book paper. But those are the first 4 pages. And then this center part is a little pocket that you can put stuff in. And then here's the back 4 pages. And a little tiny extra support for the spine. Because the way that this book was made, it had a little bump up here because these pages were folded and then placed on top of each other and then glued on top of each other. So there was a little fold right here that needed to be covered up, and that's what this pocket is for. So that meant there was a hole in the spine that needed to, be covered up. So it just got covered up with another piece of paper. And that looks pretty cool. So I might actually make like a real one day, since this was actually pretty simple to make. Also, I forgot, these are pockets as well. This pocket right here, and then back here, this is a pocket too. So lots of pockets in this little book, and then you can decorate it any way that you want. So I liked making that as well. And this is something that I found that I had been looking for. I made this like a year ago, and it is a little ATC holder. And I just made it out of a candy box that I got from Easter last year and covered it with a book page and napkin. And then inside is some of the baseball card holders. So it looks like this, and it actually goes into this pocket back here. So it can come out. Yeah, there's a pocket in the back, and this comes out. So these are some ATCs that I made during the beginning weeks and months of quarantine last year. And this one's my favorite. It's just this picture I found in a book page of a girl like kind of scratching her head. And I put, what day is it? Because since we couldn't go anywhere, it just every day felt like the same. Every day still feels like the same to me because I work from home now and I still hardly don't go anywhere. And then you can just flip this right back into the back and close it back up. And I lost it. I didn't know where it was, but since I've been cleaning up my mess of a craft room, I finally found it. And it was just on my desk under a bunch of crap. So I was happy that I finally found it. I have to add some more to it. I think I only have like 6 ATCs in here. And then these are what we are going to be making later on. I still have some things I want to do before we get to the crafting. Oh, thanks, Mina. These are what I made earlier. I watched Pam at the Paper Outpost. She posted a video this morning of making little mini notebooks from a 6x6 piece of paper. And she cut hers in half, her 6x6 in half. So she got 2 3x3 or 3x6 pages out of it and then just folded them. So with her 6x6, she got 2 journals out of it. But with mine, I just folded mine in half. So that way I was able to have both the outside cover and the inside cover be the same. And I could have a pocket. So this is the first one that I made. And it's really bulky, but I like it a lot. And all it is a piece of lined paper from an old journal that I found. And I just folded it to fit into this square. And then you can unfold it and write on it. And then I did the same with the other side. So there's a lot of writing space on it. You could tuck this into a pocket in a journal. And then the pockets themselves have some more. So here's another piece of writing paper. Just goes right into the pocket. And then guess what the other pocket has in it? I bet you will never guess. Okay, maybe you will. Another piece of paper to write on. So that's why it's so bulky, because there's a lot of folded up paper in here. This is not how she made hers. This is how I made mine. But I like that one a lot. And then I realized how bulky it was. So she closed hers with a paper clip. So that's how I closed mine to keep it together a little better. But this is more how she made hers. And with these two, I sewed them. But you can just as easily glue them. I glued this one as well. So it can be glued, it can be sewn, whatever. So this one is a little bit more like how she made hers, except I added a little bit of extra writing space, except this time it's only one fold, so that way it's not so bulky. And then I sewed a couple pages in the signature for some writing space. And then this back pocket back here is another writing space, but it's also a pocket. So I just have a sticker in there just to show that it is a pocket. But this one also has the front and the back pocket, which I guess I didn't put anything in. I was supposed to, but I didn't. That's okay though. So there was that one, which is a lot less bulky, which is why I made this one, because the other one was so bulky. And then this one is even less bulky. In its front pocket, it has one sheet just like this. The back pocket has another sheet exactly like this. It's just one piece folded in half. So that goes in the front pocket. Maybe. And then this one has two writing spaces right here. And then, oh yeah, and this front one is also a pocket in the back. So that's how I made this one. And we're going to be making some of these in a little bit. So another thing I wanted to show is during my Dollar Tree crafting haul that I had a couple weeks ago, I got this whole big bag of wooden shapes, just all kinds of different shapes. And I punched holes in them with my bug bite, or crocodile, with my crocodile, with the little hole. So that way I can use these, I can paint them, I can do anything with them really. Paint them, dye them, whatever. And I have these jump rings right here that I'm going to cut open. So you can take a jump ring and a pair of pliers if you need them. I don't know that I'll need them since these are only Dollar Tree jump rings. So just open up your jump ring a little bit, put your shape in it, in the hole. And then I will need the pliers to close it. Let's see if I can do this. This star is quite an awkward shape. And these jump rings are actually pretty nice for Dollar Tree jump rings. But you can add a jump ring to it, and now you have your own charm. You can have it dangle from a journal, or, you know, turn it into a keychain, anything. So there's this star dangle. So I cut holes in a couple other ones that I will have to find some places for. So I thought that was a cool idea, and especially since I have so many of these little wooden pieces. So I'm just going to turn them into charms for journals and stuff. Hopefully I don't spill this bag of jump rings everywhere. I'm actually going to move it out of sight. So what I wanted to do today before we made a couple of these little notebooks is some crafting. Oh no, wait, I got one more thing to show. How could I forget this one? This is the first thing I did with my sewing machine. So I have this whole entire roll of adding machine paper, and I have like 10 more. So what I've been wanting to do with them for a long time is start a snippet roll. And that's what I did. I just glued, I used a glue stick to glue a bunch of scraps on it. So I think I stopped like right here. So I glued all these scraps on it, and then I ran it into my sewing machine and just kind of sewed it together all wonky. And then I added another bit and sewed that one together. So every now and then I'm just going to come in here and glue on some more scraps, take it to my sewing machine, and sew it on. And my goal is to fill up this entire roll without ripping anything off. Unless I absolutely need to. But these are really fun to make. So right now I just have it sitting here with a rubber band around it. Yeah, it's a really cool snippet roll. I don't know if it's as cool as the one that Journey made, but for me, it's pretty cool. Okay, now we can go on to the fun stuff. So I have some crafting chores that I want to do, and by that I mean I have some swaps that I am participating in that I want to make the things for the swaps. And one of the swaps is to trade some kind of journal or something just something that you make that is, you know, more than just an ATC, something a little bit more extravagant. Like some of the examples were like a loaded pocket or a mini album. I don't actually remember what the other ones were, but I am going to send this green paper bag journal to my swap partner. And so we have to decorate it. We have to glue in the signature and then add some goodies to it. So I have to add at least 5 goodies to this with this swap. And the person's profile that I'm swapping with has a list of things that she likes and that she prefers. So I'm going to try to add things that I think that she'll actually like. But for now, let's just get this thing. Uh-oh. My needles are coming out. Let's get this thing sewn together. And I'm using a green embroidery floss because it's a green journal and I forgot to bring tape. Because I know I'm not going to be able to thread this needle by myself without tape. Oh, I have washi tape over here. That'll work. Okay. Got some washi tape. And let's get some thread going so we can get the signature in. So hopefully she will like this little journal and the goodies that I send in it. It's from a website called SwapBot, and people just post things that they organize swaps basically. And this one just happens to be a Happy Mail swap, but this Happy Mail swap has to be something that you make, something, you know, something kind of like this, a little journal. And I thought since I just made a whole bunch of them that this would be perfect. So that's threaded. Now I'm gonna get my signature poked. Okay. So I got the holes in. I really hate sewing in signatures. It doesn't ever work out for me. At least not well. But with these little journals, I tried to use the sewing machine to sew the signature in, and they're too thick. It didn't work. It actually just, it basically just tore them in half, which is how I got all of these extra pieces of paper. Like, you can kind of see the edge of this orange piece has all these little and it just fell apart. So I just turned it into a a wonky snippet thing. This barely even went through this side. So trying to get this signature sewn in as best as I can. Okay. Got it. Okay. Let's make sure it's not sideways and crooked. I have to put it back down through this center hole. Should have made the holes a little bit bigger, but I didn't want to make them too big. So instead, I just made them too small. I might have broken that thread, but that's all right. We'll just go back through the back and then be done with this. And now we tie it together. Let's see if I can get this corrected. No, I'm just gonna cut it. There. Just one missing thread, that's okay. And then we'll tie it together. as close to this knot as we can, but not super tight, otherwise it'll just gator mouth. And since I'm sending this in the mail, I don't really want it to do that. Okay, perfect. So now I have these little dangly things that I can attach stuff to. So let's see how well I did. Okay, it's not too bad. It's a little bit off of the crease, but that's okay. So there's that little journal. Probably put a pocket right here. Maybe a pocket right here too. I'll use some blue construction paper for that. So there's that pocket. Take a little bit more off, and then take about that much off of the top. And then we can glue this down for a pocket. And I can put stuff in there. Okay. And this pocket will be done once I set it down. Perfect. So there's that one. And then I think, actually, the one little snippet thing that I made with the construction paper, I can probably attach that to the front. Yeah, that fits perfectly on the front. So that's what I'll do. Just glue it up here. And stick it right there. I knew I made that for a reason. And the reason was to put it in this journal. And then I need something else over here. I'll probably just put another pocket. So we'll cut another pocket. Make sure I cut it as close as I can to the green. And is it good? Yeah, that's good. And then we'll cut it about the same size, about right here. I guess that one's a little bit smaller, but that's okay. And then glue this pocket down. anybody crafting today? What are you guys working on? Okay. And this also has a little tuck spot right here. So something can be tucked in right there as well. So once this glue is dry, I will attach things to the pockets. And I'm going to go grab one that I finished and show you how I closed it. This is one that I made for my aunt that I'm going to send it to her in the mail. And I attached, or I punched holes right here to attach a string so I can close it. And then it just unties with the string. You could take the string out completely. And on the closure, I added some beads and this little charm. And I put her name on it. And inside of the pocket, taking a rest after the scavenger hunt. Oh yeah, that scavenger hunt was, I'm sure, pretty rough. I did not participate in the scavenger hunt. But in this front pocket, I had a piece of tissue paper that I wrapped up this vintage newspaper, and it actually ripped. I figured that it was going to because it's so old that even folding it just made it completely tear. But that's okay. It's from 1958. And I thought that was pretty cool. So I just put it in the pocket and wrapped it up. So there's that little piece. And then I have a bunch of sticky notes in here to do today for tomorrow. A star-shaped sticky note. I have this little pocket that my mom gave me, and it's got some little cards in it. Orange, blue, and purple cards inside that pocket. And the pocket's just glued down. And it has a signature similar to the one I just put in. Just 10 sheets of paper. And there's some sticky notes on some of the pages. Like just some random sticky notes for her. And this pocket has a bunch of stickers in it. And then there's these little page things that can be used for a lot of things. I didn't make this one a pocket, but that's that. So I'm gonna close this one the same way with the eyelets. So the eyelet's on the front part, and the eyelet is on the inside part as well. So I'm just gonna tie this back up, and hopefully she likes it. This tissue paper is getting in my way. So you just wrap this around. And tie it. Actually, did I do that right? Probably not, but that's all right. No, I did not do that right. But we'll deal with that later. So that was fun to actually finish one and decorate one. And I will do similar things with this one. But for today, I just wanted to at least get the signature in and make some pockets. Oh, there's this right here too. I'll put something there later because I don't know what to put there yet. So there's that. So that chore is about halfway done. We can get that. I'll finish that later on off screen. And another swap that I'm currently participating in is it's a sticker swap. And this sticker swap is specifically for sticker sheets that might have some that you used on it. So like not full sticker sheets. So I have my sticker box over here. And we can go through that and pick out some sticker sheets to send. Because I definitely have a lot of stickers and a lot of half-used sticker sheets. So let me see if I can find room on my desk for this giant sticker sheet that I have, or sticker box that I have. I love stickers, so that is why I have so many, and I'm sure that I have more. They're just not in my sticker box like this. This would be a good sticker sheet to send. And you have to send at least 50 stickers. You know, decent stickers. Like, who doesn't love puppy and kitty stickers? So this is a perfect sticker sheet to send. And there's 5 stickers right there. So that's one of them. That's not a very good sticker sheet. So I'm not going to send that one. Washi tape. A lot of my stickers, see, since I like stickers so much, it's going to be hard to get rid of them. But I know that I'm getting stickers in return, so that'll be good. Oh, this one, Halloween. See, I don't like Halloween. And these are really cool, clear, like see-through type stickers. So I'm going to send these off. I'm not going to count them. There's a lot on there, but a lot of them are small anyway. So really there's like 3 or 4, 5, maybe 5 stickers on there worth counting. And look at this. Look at how cute these little kitties are. And these are like those puffy stickers. So I was going to say, if there's any like repeats, then I could cut this, but there's not. These are like all different stickers. So that's cool. This is a Lisa Frank sticker sheet. Some more kitties. Some Superman stickers. Here's a different puppy and kitty sticker sheet. Or no, that's the same one. Actually, I'm going to send her this one, because this one has paw prints on it. The other one doesn't. This heart sheet is a good sheet to send. And then this silly animal sheet with their funny eyes, that's a good one. So I'll send those away. Or maybe I'll send this one away because it actually has less on it. So yeah, we'll send that one away. I think I'm going to cut this one. Cut it like right here and send her a bunch of different sports balls. Because those are nice stickers. And then I have like these random big sticker sheets. I'll send her a couple of these because I don't really care for them. They're too big for me. So I'll send some of these. Some of these bigger ones she can have. These are heavy stickers too. So we'll put these other ones away. My aunt gave me a lot of these stickers. So a lot of them are even new to me. And this is a sheet of glittery heart stickers. I'm going to cut this one somewhere. About right here. And she can have half of them. Here's like a swing set sticker. She can have those. I don't want them. So those she can definitely have. These are really cool camping stickers. They're puffy. They're very puffy. They're really cool. And then these skull stickers I just found today. I had a whole pack of them, not even opened. So I got 4 sheets of these really cool skull stickers. So maybe I'll give her one of these. I don't need 4 of them. I don't need any of them, really. She can have this. Best time moments. Here's some birthday stuff. She can have those. What else? These are cute. They're home stickers. Home is where our story begins, traditions, together. There's no place like home. Not really my kind of stickers, so she can have them. Rock and roll music stickers. She can have those. A lot of these stickers aren't even open. They're still in their packs. And some of them came off of other sticker sheets and attached themselves to different ones. So this one, that one's going away. Don't need that. So I'm going to cut. I'm going to rip this sticker off, actually. And then I'll cut this somewhere, and she can have some of these cute flower stickers too. That one, she can have that one. That actually might be enough. Oh, here's some scrap paper that doesn't belong in there. These are for stickers. Couple paw prints. She can have a couple paw prints. And some monster stickers. I have so many of these sheets of monster stickers, and I don't know where they came from. And that one, that actually might be enough. There's definitely a lot of stickers that I picked out for her on my broken sheets of stickers. But let's try to see what else I got. Maybe I'll trade something. Those are all letters. Letters are fine. Oh, those are nice. Nice stickers. What about these? What are these? School stickers? Nah. Those ones aren't good enough. Okay, Linda, thanks for coming. Enjoy your dinner. And these are my favorite stickers. A SpongeBob pack of nice, puffy 3D stickers. I love them. Getting into the nitty-gritty down here. I don't know what's under all this stuff. These are like more my older stickers. Yeah, okay, I think that's enough. And I'm also going to give her a happy birthday sticker and a superstar student sticker. Since I actually have 12 of each, maybe I'll give her 2. There. Hopefully she will like those. So there's got to be 50 stickers right there. At least. Yeah, I'd say this is a decent sticker trade. These 2 big ones, and then that one. Those monsters, some paw prints, just some words, some flowers, rock and roll, some home family stickers, some birthday stickers, some more words, a whole pack of skull stickers, swing sets, some glittery hearts, some more words, and some sports, some silly dogs and cats, some hearts, some more silly dogs and cats, and then some Halloween stickers. So I think those will be good for the swap that I'm having. I know I would be happy to get these stickers back. And the last swap that I am participating in at the moment is on the same website, but this one is a swap to send 10 circles to your partner. So any kind of circle or round thing is acceptable. So I was looking through some of my stuff, trying to find ideas, and I found this collaged circle that I was going to make into an ATC coin or something, and I just never did. So I'm going to send that. I'm going to send a roll of washi tape, because that's circle and round. And buttons are circle and round, so I'll pick out a couple buttons from my button jar, send those out. Send some big ones and some small ones. Just different kinds of buttons. So there we go. There's some buttons. She can have fun with those. And actually, I'm going to send this green one, not the brown one. Googly eyes. Googly eyes are round, and these ones are cool googly eyes. Some of them have eyelashes. See? And then some of them, the eye is colored. So I'm going to send her some googly eyes as well. So hopefully she will like those. Or at least get a laugh out of it, because that's pretty funny. So there's some googly eyes. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 circle things. And then another circle thing is this. This is a little container filled with tiny little clay pieces, and they have, like, this one has a seahorse on it, this one has a snowman on it, this one's a flower, this one's a different kind of flower, this one's a Santa Claus. Actually, this kind of looks like a holiday one. A lot of Santa Clauses. There's some presents. Not really sure what those are, but that's a circle, so I'm gonna give her that. Scared my cat. And I'm gonna send her a couple of the circle wooden pieces. I just have to dig them out of the bag. So I got those, and then I have another, a bigger circle piece somewhere around here. I don't know what I did with it. Trying to find it over here. It's somewhere. Oh, I found it. Here we go. So I have this big circle wooden piece and two small circle wooden pieces. And I'm going to send her a funny adult sticker. I did not binge watch. I ate a vegetable. Took only one selfie. Didn't lose my keys. I got dressed. Paid my bills on time. Went to bed before midnight. I think I'll send her that one. Went to bed before midnight. Watch out. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need 3 more circles. I might have to think about that because. Hi Cheryl, how are you doing today? I have a circle punch that I have for making ATC coins, so I can like send out some punched out images to her. But for now, I think these are gonna be what I send for now, and I'll think of the other ones later. Get these out of the way. Okay, put them over here for now. I will be right back. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. So now we can work on some little notebooks. Since I got all my crafting chores out of the way. It's time for some fun. If you want to play along, just grab some paper. Doesn't even have to be the same size as mine, but I'm using 6x6 that I'm going to fold in half. So it's going to be 3x6, but then we'll fold it in half again to be a 3x3 little notebook. And I'm going to use a couple pages from this paper pad, just one I got for Christmas, I think, like 2 years ago. And then this one is a paper pad that I got from the Dollar Tree. And I thought that these colors, like especially the springtime, the flowers down here, they'll go well with the paper that I dyed today. So I'm going to use, like, look at how bright these colors are. They probably won't show nearly as good on camera as they do for me, but they're pretty. Hard to believe it came from the Dollar Tree, but it surely did. And of course, okay, now I can tell why it came from the Dollar Tree, because it's not perforated or even a line to where the actual 6 inches is. That's okay though, we can figure that out. But these flowers, I really like these flowers. So I'm going to use one of these. And it's actually glued to this. So maybe I'm supposed to rip it out. I don't know. Let's see what the size is compared to a regular 6x6. So let's use a blue flowered piece from this one. And I'll just cut them both at the same time. So that way I know for sure I'm getting. Oh, I see. This 6x6 journal, the circle part is part of the piece of paper. Like this circle is able to be cut off, and it's still 6x6. But not on the Dollar Tree one. But that's alright. I'm just gonna cut it to make it even at least. So this one might be a little bit smaller than 6x6. Oh, I'm good. Janet posted something. I'm glad Janet posted something. Yeah, I'm just working on some little notebooks now. Tiny little 6x6, aka 3x3 notebooks. And then just fold this in half again. Fold this one in half. And now you have the front and back cover for your little notebook. And I'm just going to open it up and glue the sides, only the sides, because I want a top pocket on the back and the front. But if you don't, then you can just glue this all together, or you can even cut it in half and just use the one sheet, so that way you can get 2 notebooks out of one 6x6. But I chose to do it this way because, for one, I wanted the pockets, and for two, it's not double-sided paper, so I would have to decorate the back anyway. So this way, it just makes sense to me. So that's how I'm gonna do it. Just glue these sides together. And it's perfect. Now it's glued, and now I have my pockets for that one. And then we'll do the same for this one. Butterfly is upside down. So actually, well, I don't have a choice. The butterfly is just going to be upside down. But that's okay. Butterflies are allowed to be upside down. But what I am going to do, oh no, I'm not. Never mind. Never mind. How did I have that before? this. Okay, that was the front cover, and then this was the inside. Okay. But I don't like it that way. I'm going to fold it over this way. Now the butterfly's right side up, but then my pockets are on the bottom. Huh. Well, I'm just going to go back to how I had it before. I just don't like that this little hole is here from the Dollar Tree paper, but that's alright. I'll deal with that. So I have my two covers for my little notebooks, and if you want to, you can also just sew around them, around the notebook. But for now, I'm just going to glue it. And earlier today, I dyed some notebook paper with my egg dye sprays. So I'm just going to cut up a few of these to put in the signature. And for this one, for these ones, I'm just going to staple. I'm just going to use my stapler to staple in the signature. So I think two sheets will be good. Hi Zena, how are you doing today? And I'm going to cut them off I'm going to cut the holes off. Just cut this whole pink line. I'm just making some little notebooks right now from 6x6 pieces of paper and dyed notebook paper. So then I'm going to fold them in half. Put them together. And then I'm going to just measure it with my book where I need to cut them. And I know I have a pencil around here somewhere. Or a pen. So I'm just going to measure the book, measure the outside and the bottom, and then I'm going to cut a little bit below those lines, or above the lines, I mean, a little bit above the lines I made, so that way it fits inside of my journal and it doesn't really stick out as much. So now that I have these, I can use these just to cut more pages for the signature. So we can get one more signature from it. So that'd be 6 pages that I just cut, I believe. And some more scraps. So we have, yeah, there will be 6. There's 6 pages right now. I'm going to take 3 to put in one journal and 3 to put in another journal. Or maybe actually I'll leave them all for one journal and then cut out more for another one. So that way there's more writing space in these little tiny journals. So we'll put them right here. Put them right there. And there's a little journal, just like that. And now I just have to staple it. I'm just going to staple it right in the middle. Well, as close to the middle as I can get anyway. Perfect. And there you go. There's a little journal. And there's pockets up top that you can put stuff in. You can add more space, more writing space on the sides if you want, just like that. Or you can just leave it as a tiny little notebook to just put into a journal. You can close it with a paper clip to help keep it closed by itself. The possibilities really are endless with these things, and they're just so easy to make the base of them. And then the decorating is completely up to you, however you want to make it. So let's cut some more. Yeah, they are. They're cute and they're easy to make. Definitely. Oh, whoops. Backwards. And you don't have to use dyed paper. Just use whatever you have. But I like dyeing the paper, so I figured I would use some. And then we'll fold these in half. And I'm actually going to start from the bottom, since the top of the paper, I forgot, has that extra margin up top, but the bottom doesn't. So I'm just going to start from the bottom and maybe not even have to use that margin. And actually that line right there is the line I need to cut. So we'll cut this just underneath that line and then cut these just before that line. And do the same with these. And then yeah, since I started at the bottom, I don't need to use that extra margin up top. So it's like perfect. I can use those scraps for something else. Okay. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And you can sew them in with the sewing machine. You can sew them in with the needle and thread. Staple them. You know, you can use washi tape if you wanted to. There's lots of ways to attach your book. I'm just going with the stapler because I already made some with the sewing machine. I didn't make any from using the thread, the needle and thread, but that's because I didn't want to. I don't like sewing that way, so I'm not going to. And then we got another little notebook. This one is definitely wonky and it will definitely need trimmed. So let's trim some of these. It's a little bit better. So there we go. And then again, you have the pockets. You can do whatever you want to the insides. And then you have a tiny little notebook that you can just write stuff in. Stick it in a journal, send it as Happy Mail, whatever you want to do with it. So that's really all I had planned today. But there's still some time. We can add some scraps to my snippet roll for me to sew next time I'm at the sewing machine. So let's do that. I'll take this away, take that away, take that away. Did I put my... Well, I have a needle on my desk somewhere. I'm sure I'll find that when I'm trying to clean it up. That's okay though. I'll find it. Snippet rolls are fun. I've made not like actual big rolls like this, but I've made like just strips of them, like from something like this, which is actually, that's a good idea. I can use these to make snippet strips, and I can use them as belly bands, or I can cut it up to make clusters, you know, stuff like that. But this whole receipt roll, I want to make it into a giant snippet roll. So that will be done eventually. My scrap box is too big. I can't see my computer with this on the table. So I'm just going to pick out some scraps and put them on the table. I can even use some of these notebook scraps that I just cut up. Some more book pages. Oh, here's some hearts. Try not to use the same scraps that I used already, at least not yet. Not until I get some more layers down. I don't think that's really a scrap, but it's going to go on there anyway. Some little dragonflies. And some more book pages. Most of my scraps are book pages because I use them a lot. Music paper. And that thing. Oh yeah, that's right. Some flowers and some fabric. Okay, I think this will be enough scraps for sure. Any other tissue paper scraps I have in here? I don't think so. But there's a yellow piece of paper. And all I do with this snippet roll is just use a glue stick and just glue scraps down. And then once everything's glued down, I take it to my sewing machine and just kind of sew it, kind of wonky. So that way everything gets touched, but it still leaves a cool pattern. So we'll start there. Start right here. Can you see that? I don't like to glue too much at once because this glue stick doesn't work very well. And if I don't glue it and then take it to the sewing machine immediately, the stuff might just fall apart, come off, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm just going to do a little snippet at a time. Yeah, fabric scraps would make a cool snippet. This is mostly paper scraps. I don't really have too many fabric scraps yet, but since I have a sewing machine, I'm gonna make little like pouches and pockets and stuff for my journals out of pieces of fabric. Kind of like this. This is a really big one, but I will have fabric scraps from cutting those up. So in the future, I will have more fabric scraps. Just right now, I don't really have too many. I should have a magazine that I glue on. Need to get that out. Oh. Okay. And then we'll use some of this red. So that's it. All you got to do is just tear some paper out, add a tiny bit of glue to it, and stick it down. And there you go. You have a snippet roll. Easy as that. Ooh, this is double-sided scrap, so that means I can use both sides. So I have that one, and then the other side of this is green. Perfect. And then we'll add some book page. Also, today is National Beer Day, so if anybody out there is a beer drinker, cheers to you. I like to drink on occasion. Usually that occasion are days that end in Y. And just something about nice weather makes you want to open up a can of beer, you know? Especially in Ohio. We don't get nice weather very often. Yeah, this is going to be a nice little strip of snippet right here. And this is a cutoff from probably a Pic 10 or something from Becky's streams when we were making those, what the heck are those called? The ATC pocket letter, when we did the ATC pocket letter swap. So that adds a nice little touch to it. I have a couple heart-shaped scraps too. I definitely got to get those on there. And some tiny little butterfly cutouts that I got in Happy Mail a while ago. I mean, not butterfly, but dragonfly. Look at how small and cute those are. So those are definitely going to go in the foreground so they don't get covered up. Same thing with this red heart. But this book page heart can get covered up. We'll put that right there. And actually I can put this red heart on top of that heart. Have a little tiny heart collage on my snippet roll. And some of my construction paper scraps from earlier. Put it. Also, another thing that is cool that you can do with snippet rolls is you can add stickers to them too. So if you have some stickers that you don't really like, then just add it to a snippet roll and it'll give it a whole new meaning. I don't know if there's a such thing as stickers you don't like, but it could be. And if there is, just put it on a snippet roll. I have a lot of like vintage book pages from Happy Mail that I really like using, so I use them a lot, and then I have scraps of them to use in stuff like this. And then here, it's like this. This is a sticker, like a big sticker. This is made out of cardstock. This is a thick sticker. So I'm gonna put this right there. Actually, I don't know. I might glue it after I've sewn it because this cannot be sewn. There's no way that sewing machine will go through that. So I can add that on as an afterthought with real glue so it sticks. And I love music paper. I don't have very much of it, but I do like it. And then this green construction paper. Put it over here. And then I need something to kind of end this whole thing. How about a yellow piece of construction paper? Perfect. Yeah, there we go. So this part kind of has an end to it, and then I just have to get these dragonflies on there, and then this little flower, and this piece of ribbon, and then this fabric scrap, but it's too long. So I'm going to cut it and put that right there. You can do an ATC swap, Xena. I like making ATCs. I have a lot already made that I made from my my homemade textured paper. But if you want to do a swap, then that would be awesome. My email is in the description box, or you can find me on Facebook or Instagram, anywhere really. Just look for Brittany Linger or Blinger Creations, and you'll find me, and we can exchange addresses and do a swap. I love doing swaps. So I'm going to put this purple flower somewhere, and I think I might put one of the dragonflies on top of the flower. And the glue sticks really don't like fabrics, so that's why I take it right to the sewing machine. Like this flower doesn't really want to stay down, so I'm going to put this dragonfly on top of it. Perfect. And then one more dragonfly somewhere else. Probably down here. Upside down dragonfly. And then this piece of ribbon that I have. I've had this ribbon for so long. Not this little strip, but the actual roll of ribbon that came on it. And then this is a piece of fabric from the Dollar Tree that I think I cut up for a journal cover or something. And this was just a scrap from that. So we'll put this down here. And then after I'm done streaming, I'll take this to the sewing machine and get it all bound up. I only have white thread right now, but I will be getting more. The sewing machine was free and it came with white thread, so that's what I'm using. Beggars can't be choosers. White thread's good enough for me. All I was asking for was a working sewing machine, and I got so much more than that. I also wanted to show this. This is a wooden airplane cutout. It came in the same pack that these little wooden pieces came in. I just noticed it today. But isn't that adorable? I have no clue what I'll use this for, or even if I'll use it, but I thought it was so cool to have this little tiny wooden paper or airplane thing. I don't really know what else to do today. That was everything that I wanted to get done, and I actually got it done. I didn't think that I would, so I didn't plan anything else. I can show this. So those little doily journals that I made, my little taco journals, I got that idea from something I did last year, I think. And I got that idea from somebody else on YouTube, and I don't remember who it was right now, but she made them. And this was made with a much bigger doily. So I folded the doily in half, and I inked around all the edges. And then I ripped out some pages that were bigger than the doily, so that way it's kind of staggered, and I think that it looks pretty cool. And I was looking for it everywhere when I was making those little doily journals, and I couldn't find it, but today I finally found it. Today must be the day of finding things. Okay, thanks for stopping by, Mina. Have a good evening. So I like this. It's simple. It's very plain. It's just little like newsprint type paper with a doily on it that I sewed in with some embroidery thread. But I like making little journals like this. I don't do anything with them. I just like making them. I think that is all that I'm gonna do today, though, since I don't have anything else prepared. I didn't bring anything extra to my desk to work on, so I'm gonna call it there. I'm glad you guys stopped by. Hopefully you enjoyed watching me do stuff. Whoa. Just heard a big loud boom outside. But hopefully you guys have a good night, and I will see you next time. Bye.